One second. Hey, my name is Alan Way. I'm currently, I have a pending lawsuit with the state of Texas in its entirety under Title 42, Chapter 21, Civil Rights Violations. That's not here nor there. I'm just here to read an excerpt with my 3-minute limitation as far as what I've experienced in the city of Houston. The city of Houston needs to own and operate a consolidated shelter with public services in one main building. A, the current state of affairs allows responsibility and liability to be outsourced to private entities promoting misuse of federal funding without legitimate oversight, such as internal affairs or jurisdiction from the Inspector General. B, private shelters by majority in the city of Houston are subpar and inadequate for the following reasons. Toxicity in the environment being that the staff are improperly trained in de-escalation, conflict resolution, lacking interpersonal skills, or proper use of the chain of command. C, religion is enforced upon struggling members of society infringing on their First Amendment right. D, withholding food/services pending on meaningless activities in general. E, in some cases restricted access to outside after enrollment, essentially imitating the function of jail or prison. F, the ratio of clients relative to the capacity of facility and its resources encompassing staff, food, toiletries, beds, clothing, storage, computers, transportation such as shuttles, bikes or scooters, etc. G, United States Code Title 42, Chapter 119, subsection 11,302, general definition of homeless individual would suggest that 1 out of every 5 citizens are at risk of life and death attempting to reclaim civility rather than criminality or absolute savagery. 2, Houston Parks and Recreation, Sesquicentennial Park. There's an abundance of rubbish all throughout the park, in the walkways, underneath the bridges, in the fountains, inside the rivers, etc. B, the utilities in general are lackluster. There is 1 water fountain in the whole park, and it doesn't even work, along with 40 GFCI outlets that are faulty or lacking power. The water fountain needs maintenance in addition to installing more water fountains for convenience, as well as device replacements concerning power outlets. C, Sesquicentennial Park is propagating from safety, as National Electric Code 420.20 states junction boxes should be covered. The park has live 277V and 120V to ground open splices, potentially allowing civilians to become part of a live circuit in multiple locations. D, the park has no permanent or temporary restrooms. Texas Health and Safety Code 341.068 states where citizens congregate publicly and privately, where citizens congregate publicly and privately owned facilities shall furnish sufficient or temporary restrooms. E, the park needs maintenance as there's feces and the smell of urine potentially as a result of bypassing common sense and Texas law. F, the river needs maintenance as the water is dirty compared to San Antonio or Austin. It's really disgusting, to be honest. I have more.
Councilman Alcorn.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. You've done a lot of good research on this. If you want to wrap it up, it looks like you were all the way finished.
That. Thank you. I had just 2 more points. Thank you. G, the bricks composing the park and undercarriage of bridges infrastructure in general are discolored and worn, rendering the park cosmetically and aesthetically unappealing. Power washing may revert present condition in addition to eliminating tagging and graffiti. H, lastly, the city of Houston should consider professional landscaping as city-owned landmarks are a reflection of